Welcome to a new planetary and seismic update. We look at the SGI graph with the planetary lunar geometry in this time frame, as I discussed in detail in the previous update. We see the peaks labeled, and if you look at the seismic activity so far, following the high lunar peak, we had a 5.8 in Java, Indonesia on the 5th. We had the convergence with lunar and planetary geometry, especially here with Mercury. It was followed by 5.9, also in Indonesia. And then we had this planetary geometry, no lunar geometry in here. That was followed by a stronger seismic activity, also a cluster, the typical temporal clustering, peaking 5.7 in Chile and Mexico, but also look at the 5.5 here in the Cuba region. There was some seismic increase there. Here's the 5.5 on the 8th. It was followed by two magnitude 5 earthquakes on the 10th here in the Jamaica region and also the Dominican Republic region. The Caribbean plate is definitely capable of producing larger earthquakes. Remember Haiti in 2010 and also in 2021. But also to the east we see some minor spatial clustering. This is very normal for that region, mostly in the magnitude 3 range, but also some magnitude 4 earthquakes. But there is a subduction zone on the east side of the Caribbean plate, and that is capable of producing magnitude 8 earthquakes. It's been a long time, so in the near future that is definitely a potential there. Back to the SGI graph, we see the Moon-Uranus alignment early on the 10th. And like I said in the previous update, we could see stronger seismic activity in a higher 5, maybe even 6 magnitude range later on the 10th or the 11th. And indeed it peaked magnitude 6.2 yesterday night in Fiji, deep below Fiji, in the Fiji region. Also 5.6 to the North Samoa Islands, and this morning 5.6 in the Sea of Okhotsk. That brings us to the geometry that we're going to have from the 11th to the 14th. That's later today. That starts with Mercury in an alignment here with Mars and with Jupiter. That's around 2200 hours tonight. It converges. It's a pretty tight convergence here from the 11th and the 12th. Venus, Earth, Uranus. Venus here at a right angle. Here is Earth and there is Uranus. And that is followed by noteworthy lunar geometry, right angle geometry with Saturn and with Neptune tomorrow, and also 45 degrees with Mars. We have a second group of lunar convergence, and that happens on the 30th and 14th. That's an alignment here with Jupiter, 135 degrees with Uranus, and also 45 degrees with Venus. And as you can see, that happens later on the 13th and in the morning of the 14th. Also a pretty tight convergence. And the two groups together can result in stronger seismic activity. It could go well into the 6 magnitude range, mid to high 6, and maybe even magnitude 7. I'm not sure. That really depends on the stress levels in Earth's crust. Especially here the opposition, the lunar opposition with Jupiter, that happens early on the 14th, so there could be a stronger seismic event later on the 15th, 16th potentially. This is the update for now. Be on extra alert in the coming days with the two groups of planetary and lunar geometry. There can be significant seismic activity as a result. Check out the website and also the social media for the latest updates. Stay safe everyone, until next time.